in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
Hi, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it. Oh my God!
1 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Win.
We're here at the rising city of San Jose del Monte, Bulacan for the 2022 PhilBasket Summer Championship presented by Pure Gold. It's the last stretch of the elimination round as we have another triple header this Tuesday. The Danao City MJAS Zenith opening things up against the ICC Bluehawks. AMA Online Education squaring off against the Pasig Santa Lucia Realtors. And to cap things off, the family's brand sardines at Tommy Sardines Zamboanga take on the All-Star Bacolod Ballers Bingo Plus. Hello everyone who's watching us live on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Kumu in our delayed telecast on Solar Sports. Ako po si Ken Pangalinan alongside Coach Mike Perez. Of course, our third member who had an impressive debut last week, Kathy Abayon. Hello, Kathy.
Hello, Ken and Coach Mike. Thank you for having me again. I'm so excited for my second day today. And let's get to work.
Ayun. So, Kathy Abayon, makakasama natin on the sidelines. Coach Mike, great to have you here. We have another exciting game. We have the Danao City MJAS Zenith squaring off against the ICC Bluehawks.
Yes, of course, itong dalawang team na to really very important lalo na for Danao to win this one because they want to go on a win streak na na-break na nila previously and they want to continue that so that they have a chance to advance into the advancing 8 teams.
Of course, Danao City MJAS Zenith with a 2-6 record samantang the ICC Bluehawks. Although winless sila dito, trying to use their improvements here as we take a look at the team standings here. Itong Danao City MJAS Zenith 2-6, 10th place pero big win last game against the San Juan Knights.
That's right. And makita mo dito sa standing yung mga clusters ng 3 and 5 win loss records very close to each other. So really these 8 to 10th teams are really trying to catch that last bus of the advancing 8 teams.
So unahin na natin itong Danao City MJAS Zenith. A really tight contest against the San Juan Knights. Actually, the San Juan Knights led by as much as 10 points, but Danao City escaping in the fourth quarter.
Well, what mattered most really is yung final basket that Ugsang did. Spectacular game at that, but the even better news is that itong losing streak nitong Danao was finally broken against San Juan. And that win, really the story of that game was that really out-rebounded ang San Juan Knights, 41-37, and they did good with their free throws. Two stats na more or less hindi man siya binibigyan ng pansin sa practice, but in this game, we saw the value of these stats.
You saw the last graphic. Reeve Ugsang, the game-winning shot at the end. 13 points, 12 rebounds, double-double performance.
Yeah, I have not seen any player here inside the field basket that could match the leaping ability of itong si Reeve Ugsang. This guy can jump really high, kahit na vertical lang, patas he can slam that ball nang hindi yung pilit tingnan when he jumps it. And more importantly, that game was really a breakout game for Reeve Ugsang, especially those 9 offensive boards. Really spectacular and impressive, lalo na in that run of Danao.
Samantala, punta naman natin the ICC Bluehawks. Of course, although winless sila, a marked improvement, especially in the last 4 games.
That's right. The first 5 games, they gave up, 107 points. And then their latter 4 games, they only gave up 94 points. And furthermore, nag-improve a lot yung kanilang losing margin. Dati, they lose by as much as 22 points. Now, it's down to half. They only lose by about 10 points, which is a really good improvement on the side of ICC.
ICC actually never led against San Juan, but yung San Juan only led by as much as 14 points. So, Jeric Garcia, double-double performance, 23 points, 12 rebounds.
Yeah, what's even impressive with their team right there is that 44% yung field goals made nila. And itong si Jeric Garcia really is consistently leading the charge for the ICC Bluehawks, making up with 23 points, shooting 10 out of 26 from the field in that game.
Really scorching hot in his last 3 games, 26.7 points, 10.3 rebounds sa contest. And syempre yung kasama niya, si Alfred Flores, really struggled during their last game against the San Juan Knights. Only 3 points in 17 minutes. And makakasama niya ngayon, si Miss Kathy Abayon.
Thank you, Ken. I'm with Alfred now. Alfred, hello. Alfred, long last game, 3 points ka lang, nag-struggle ka. Kamusta naman yung naramdaman mo ng game na yan?
Siyempre, frustrated kasi hindi nakapaglaro ng maayos tsaka nakapag-perform. And siyempre, naiiyak ka lang coach tsaka sa management na rin kasi hindi nakapag-perform nga ng maayos sa game.
Well, I'm sure babawi ka today. And ano naman yung mga natutunan mo dito sa pagsali niyo sa PhilBasket?
Yung composure lang, siyempre, mga bata kami, mga college player kami. Kailangan namin na hindi magmadali sa mga play namin, sa mga game namin para makuha namin yung panalo na.
Thank you, Alfred, and good luck for today's game. Back to you, Ken and Coach Mike.
Thank you, Cathy. Handa na ang ating mga magtutunggali ngayong hapon. The Danao City MJAS Zenith squaring off against the ICC Bluehawks as we turn you over to Ryan Villena for the player introductions.
Good afternoon! Live from the rising city of San Jose del Monte, this is Phil Basket Summer Championship 2022, presented by Pure Gold. This is the first game of our triple header featuring Danao City MJAS Zenith and the ICC Bluehawks. Are you ready? Let's meet the starters of Danao City MJAS Zenith. At point guard, standing 5'11" from the University of the East, number 24, Andre Armeñon. As shooting guard, standing 6 foot flat from Arellano University, number 8, Bryle Mecca. As small forward, standing 6'2" from Adamson University, number 19, Patrick Cabahug. At power forward, 6'3" from the University of Santo Tomas, number 05, Reggie Basibas. And at center, 6'4" from Colegio de San Juan de Letran, number 40, Felix Apreco. The head coach of Danao City is Aldrin Morante. And now the starters of the ICC Bluehawks. At point guard, 5'7" from Pandi, Bulacan, number 7, Paul de la Cruz. As shooting guard, standing 6'2" from Caloocan City, number 8, Ray de Mesa. As small forward, 6'4" from San Narciso de Zambales, number 24, Jake Gaspar. At power forward, 6'4" from Calasiao, Pangasinan, number 19, Errol Soriano. And at center, 6'4" from Pura Tarlac, number 3, Jared Vento. The head coach of the Bluehawks is Jay Agsalu. Our officials for this game, crew chief is Jojo Belnas. First umpire is John
Danao
Santiago.
City MJAS Zenith rolling out as familiar starting 5 during their last match against the San Juan Knights. Samantala itong ICC Bluehawks, totally different. At makita natin, Coach Mike, Ray de Mesa back here for the ICC.
That's right, and I think Coach Jake Agsalud mentioned to me earlier that there were a few changes from the offensive sets that they've done, which they will try to deploy in this game and see how that impacts the result of this game.
As we tip things off, Jake Gaspar, of course, huge debut game, 35 points, 13 rebounds kontra AMA. Danao City MJAS Zenith won a big win yesterday, Coach Mike.
Well, very early here, itong ICC going to zone. If you remember, in that third quarter of that match with San Juan, dito nag-flourish yung opensa ng Danao. When San Juan went zone, it really left out si Basibas to get into those paints and shoot those medium-range jumper, making it easier for him, which started off yung 4-point play niya, which really started his production in the second half.
Samantala ito si Coach Jay Agsalud, biniyayaan yung mga magandang nilaro. Ito sa ICC Bluehawks in their last game against also the San Juan Knights. Paul de la Cruz, who stepped up 10 points in their last game, starting here para sa ICC Bluehawks.
Well, Coach Jay mentioned that their primary point guard really is De La Cruz. They just had to reinsert him back in that game because hindi masyadong maganda yung ilalaro ni Alfred that time. And so they're hoping that with De La Cruz back at the 4 on the point guard position, things would be a little bit different look para dito sa ICC.
Meanwhile, Andre Armeñon, splendid performance, 14 assists, Coach.
Yep, everybody talk about yung performance ni Bryle Mecca, yung performance ni Basibas, those 3 free throws of itong si Patrick Cabahug. But man, the 14 assists of Armeñon really steadied the team of Danao, especially in the second half.
Ray de Mesa, binabantayan dito ni Bryle Mecca. De La Cruz, shot clock winding down. Gaspar for 3. Malakas, Ray De Mesa, offensive board, no go.
And that time around, that screen-the-screener action with ICC taking too long to develop at almost naputukan sila doon ng 24.
Felix Apreco settled by foul trouble in their last game. But Rivog Sang thankfully stepped up para sa cause nitong mga nakaputi. As Andre Armenion still sizzling here.
Well, Armenion taking off from where he left off in that last game. I feel that he's more steady now, especially when it started in the second half of the previous game in San Juan. Mas steady yung kanyang looks, mas steady yung mga kanyang reads. I think they had a heart-to-heart talk with Coach Aldrin halftime kahapon, kaya medyo nagbago yung mga reads nitong si Armenion.
Actually, mga first few games niya really struggled here. Coming off an impressive campaign sa PhilBasket Subic Championship. In fact, led the league in assists at 5.7 a contest. But in his last two games, totally different story, Coach Mike.
That's right. And you see, mas kalmado siya even up until now, the start of the game. He's not giddy looking. Talagang komportable, kalmado. Tinitingnan niya kung anong binibigay sa kanya ng depensa. Anong options ang meron siya on the offensive sets.
Jake Caspay gets ICC on the board. 7 minutes, 25 seconds left here in quarter number 1. Great cut inside. Patrick Cabahug, 2+1.
A beautiful read there, give and go. Wing passes to corner, wing cuts and gets that ball back. Normally, what that would end in what we call a hunt action, wherein after mag-cut nitong wingman, babalik siya dun sa corner. But this time around, beautiful dish and make there for Patrick Cabahug.
Patrick Cabahug struggled actually last two games niya, only 7.5 points a contest. But really, masaya siya kahit gano'n because he's able to really involve his teammates during those last few stretches.
Yeah, the professional that he is, talagang he sees that the game is bigger than his accomplishments. Kaya kahit na yung 3 free throws na crucial na binigay lang niya doon sa last game, masaya na siya kahit yun lang. And yung mga assists niya because they still end up with a win.
As Wilson is the official game ball of the 2022 PhilBasket Summer Championship. Armenion, Mecca, lost the ball but bola mananatili dito sa Danao City.
I love that Mecca continues to attack once a close out comes to him. Kasi alam niya free up yung ilalim. Just like this one by Apreco, but he misses unfortunately, point blank.
5-2 ang ating talaan, under 7 minutes left here in the first quarter. Gaspay, kontra dito kay Cabahug. De La Cruz starting in lieu of Alfred Flores. 6 seconds, pull-up jumper, in and out.
Well, I think you could feel that yung mga bagong sets nitong ICC, medyo trying to get into the motion and the actions of those new sets. So kaya medyo naninibago siya. But what you like there is the presence of mind of De La Cruz, sensing na wala ng options. He really had to be that last one to take that shot.
And our prize money sponsor is brought to you by Medishore Pharmacy. Reggie Boy Basibas, coming from the University of Santo Tomas Growling Tigers program.
Well, of course, Reggie Boy Basibas scoring 23 points, going 8 out of 13 from the field, 7 out of 7 from the free throws, 6 assists, 1 block. You know, what more can you ask from Reggie in that game? He was perfect in that pick and roll game, pick and pop game with Cabahug and Armenion.
Meanwhile, Ray De Mesa, bagong balik dito. Alfred Flores for free.
Finally, they've run that the screener action to perfection. It really took Alfred to get in there and to make that shot from top of the key.
Replacing ito si Paul De La Cruz. As Patrick Cabahug, magandang sagot but only a long two.
Poor defensive coverage there by ICC. That guy on the low block should have done a short stunt bago makatira si Patrick Cabahug, para makarecover naman yung isang defense that would actually be the one to close out on him.
9-5 in favor of Danao City with 5 minutes and 37 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Well, so far it's been all Danao, but ICC making a good account of themselves, keeping this game close. And that's an offensive call on Jake Gaspay.
Jake Gaspay called pushing his defender, so babalik ang bola dito sa Danao City.
Right now, Danao shooting about 50% from the field, while LCC going at 28%. Roughly the same amount of volume attempts, but the makes really just more for Danao.
May kibalita muna tayo kay Kathy Abayon. Kathy?
Thank you, Ken. Coach Aldrin Morante of Danao City, MJAS Zenith, was ecstatic and he felt a sense of relief when his team won last night. But he also knows his boys are also struggling with injuries and even tried to convert Jordan Rios to the point guard position para may katulong daw si Andre Armenion. But he is also hoping that their momentum can be carried and give them favorable results for today. Coach Jay Agsalud naman of ICC Bluehawks was also able to take a break ng Holy Week and said that he was happy that Paul de la Cruz's last game stepped up when Alfred Flores was struggling. He also wanted to start with a fast pace and said the last two games, yung mindset daw nila, eto na yun, semi-finals, and the last game daw yung finals nila. Back to you, Ken and Coach Mike.
Thank you, Kathy, as we are in the halfway point of our opening quarter. Kasi maganda, Coach Mike, nung first half nung game na yon, walang masyadong assist itong Danao City, but the second half, 19-9 assist. Although si Andre Armenion nga lang yung kanilang pure point guard, really doing a good job sharing the wealth in the second half.
Yeah, and that mattered a lot para sa offensive ng Danao. It really showed that they were in control, hindi sila bara-bara. They're not, parang anxious tingnan. They were very much calm in all their executions, and that primarily is because of Armenion's play in the second half.
Saan nakikita mo yung conscious effort nito ti Andre Armenion, really attacking the basket. Nung first few games, really passive as we see there, Jake Gaspay, 4 points.
Right on that one, Ken. And speaking of Jake Gaspay, sabi ni Coach Jake Agsalud, there are a lot of schools already coming and wanting to get the services of Jake. But when he talked to Jake, Jake said that we're doing the same things na ginagawa rin ng ibang schools. We're playing in this kind of tournament. Bakit kailangan umalis ako? And pag lumipat naman ako sa kanila, eventually I'd also be a student athlete. So I would rather stay here in ICC and be with the team and grow in this program of yours.
Meanwhile, we have our first timeout with 3 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Lamang dito on Danao City, MJAS Zenith 9-7. Reggie Boy Basibas, as you've mentioned, 23 points, 6 rebounds on efficient shooting kontra sa San Juan Knights. 11.1 points per contest.
Well, two reasons kung bakit siya nakaka-shoot ng maraming ganon. Number one is that they were sagging off him, lalo na nung nag-zone ng San Juan. And second, excellent pinpoint pick and pop action there for San Juan, setting up itong si Reggie Boy Basibas.
Papreco, mid-range, no-go. Jake Garcia, pinasok na rin dito ni Coach Jay Agsalud. Garcia, trying to force his way in. Alfred Flores directing traffic. 12 seconds on their shot clock. Garcia, pumasok sa loob, wala. Second serving, still no-go.
Well, Garcia really trying to get that leather inside the hoop, but masyadong matangkad lang talaga yung mga bigs nitong Danao.
Armenion using that Basibas pick. Pull-up jumper is pure.
And Armenion continues with his stellar play. I think he already has 4 points in this match, shooting very efficiently. I guess it's 2 out of 3 from the field. And sobrang anlaki nung nagawa nung heart-to-heart talk na yon with Coach Aldrin, which really settled down the Danao team. And very important yun, Ken, no? You have your coach in the leading point guard. As we see there, Armenion shooting that 17-footer from top of the key.
And that instant replay is brought to you by Smart. Simple, smart ako. Under Armenion in his last 2 games, 12 points a contest, almost 10 assists. But the turnover here, as the Danao City leads by 4. Garcia for 3. Hindi pumasok. Cabreros, great effort inside.
Well, of course, itong Danao, one of the top rebounding teams so far, out-rebounding itong Danao, 10-6. But they just really need to get those conversions, especially on the offensive rebounds.
You mentioned itong ICC Bluehawks, second overall in rebounding, 47.6 a contest. So tatlo sa kanila in the top 10. Kasama dyan si Jerry Garcia, Errol Soriano, and Jake Gaspay.
That's right, and I think right now they're running this new set, the double stagger from top of the key. But this play is really taking too long to develop.
Flores, wala. Apreku gobbles up the rebound. Armenyon, under 2 minutes left. Pasa kay Jordan Rios.
Well, that was a good shot by Jordan Rios. I guess the elevation on that shot could have been a little bit higher para magkaroon ng mas lupa yung kanyang shot.
Scoreless si Jordan Rios kontra sa San Juan Knights after scoring 13 points to the game prior to that against the Pasig Central Sea Realtors.
Well, actually, Jordan Rios and Armenyon, really a good combination for the guards of Danao.
So Jared Vento trying to battle for position kontra dito kay Rios. So ICC gets inside. Errol Soriano nakabingwit na naman ng foul doon.
And napakaganda ng interior pass na yon, coming from a baseline out of bounds. One of the key things that you wanna do if you're defending a baseline out of bounds, you don't want that ball to get inside the shaded area kasi sobrang lapit niyan.
14 seconds ulit sa shot clock ng mga naka-asul. As Soriano forcing his way against Apreku.
Well, it's not that easy to extricate yourself from Felix Apreku. As we see here, talagang jostling for position, each one trying to get the front position. But right there, Soriano able to get that, and he was fouled on that way to that attempt.
Errol Soriano also struggled last game against the San Juan Knights. 3 points, although meron siyang 8 rebounds and 6 assists. And happily is available via grab, delivery, and takeout.
And I think what's important also on that stat of Soriano, nakapamigay siya ng 6 assists. So it's really good bonus if you're a big man.
Armenyon, Cabahug, hindi ba pinagpapahinga dito? Kasama din nila si Basibas. Rios, left corner free. Yao Bautista grabs the board. Approaching the 1-minute mark here. Flores, hinahanap ulit si Soriano sa loob. Another foul whistled against Danao City.
Well, that's interesting. You have now Reeve Ugsang inside, guarding against Soriano. Felix Apreku had to go out. So, parehong malakas ang katawan. Magandang labanan to inside the paint.
Only a 1-point lead so far. Cabreros, the team captain of the Bluehawks. 10 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Using that Soriano screen, pulls up from beyond the arc. Money.
Good setup job there para dito kay Cabreros. Liked what he saw that opening and took it with confidence.
Palitan ng lamang dito. ICC Bluehawks now up by 2 points. Armenyon. And Reeve Sang. It's better to be lucky. Minsan, no?
That's right. And Reeve Sang, right mindset. Nasa loob na siya. Nakuha niya ang bola. Why dribble it? Just put it back in. You're a big guy anyway.
Jordan Rios, acrobatic drive.
Sarap talaga panoorin ng player na gumaglide, finish pa kaliwa. And that was an easy shot, Ken.
And that was the move of the game, courtesy of Pure Gold. Jordan Rios from St. Clair College.
Of course, Air Jordan Rios getting up, way up there to finish that left-handed shot.
However, missing on that bonus free throw. So last shot time for ICC. But Yao Bautista saw the opening. 5 seconds left. Armenyon being hounded by a double team. Rios unable to attempt a shot there. And at the end of the first quarter, tabla tayo. ICC Bluehawks and Danao City MJAS Zenith. 15 apiece as we take a look at some of the highlights of that first quarter.
Of course, Armignon pretty steady, started out strong, continued what he started in that second half of that game, but Alfred able to secure some of the possessions for ICC, and Jordan Rios finishing the quarter off with that beautiful left-hander for the Danao team.
You have a tied game at the end of quarter number 1. We are here in the city of San Jose del Monte Sports Complex in Bulacan for the 2022 PhilBasket Summer Championship presented by Pure Gold. Ako po si Ken Pangilinan, kasama si Coach Mike Perez and Kathy Abayon. As we start the second quarter, tabla tayo dito, 15 apiece.
Yep, it's tied at the end of Q1, but I guess one stat that Coach Aldrin might be a little bit concerned about is their 3 points. They're 0 out of 6. Remember, they went on a 2-game run of 0-23, ending that in the third quarter of the previous game against San Juan. So you don't want to start another streak with this 3-point thing for Danao.
And kaya time low scoring so far. Both teams not shooting well from the field.
And still continues to miss from beyond the arc. As Ajay not converting, he's got a good close-out guy on him, which kind of like bothered that shot on that right corner.
Danao City 6 out of 18, samantala itong ICC Bluehawks 6 out of 16. But the good news for the Bluehawks, 15-8 in terms of rebounding. As Garcia has a good matchup against Patrick Cabahug. Nice pocket pass to Cabreros. Wala, but Yao Bautista again for that putback.
That definitely is the sequence for itong ICC Bluehawks. You saw that missed shot, rebound again, offensive rebound, and a putback. That's really been their means of living and staying in this match versus Danao.
Nasa loob ngayon for Danao City, Jess Kilatan, JC Adjay, Patrick Cabahug who fires a 3. Rivog Sang and Junel Bauzon. On the other hand, for the ICC Bluehawks, we have Yao Bautista, Errol Soriano, Alfred Flores, Gerard Cabreros, and Greg Garcia.
Yeah, and that drought continues for Danao, missing another 3. That's their 8th consecutive 3 missed in this game so far. So this baseline out of bounds, we expect that Patrick Cabahug is going to get another shot on that left corner 3. There you go.
Cabahug. Balik dito ay Kilatan. Pumukol na naman sa 3. Wala pa din as PhilBasket is brought to you by Cilium Fiber, manufactured by Yoni Agri Corporation. Jess Kilatan finally drills in a 3-pointer.
Just a sigh of relief for Danao, getting their first 3 after 10 attempts. And Kilatan just says, nope, there's not going to be another streak, Coach Mike.
Actually, nung first half in their game against the San Juan Knights, 0 of 10 before exploding in the second half.
You can tell on that last offensive set para dito sa ICC, medyo talagang kapa eh. Tinitingnan nila yung positions to everybody's on the right spot already before they start running their offense. That time around, it looked like they were trying to get an elevator screen top of the key for maybe Cabreros, but that didn't materialize, and so that didn't happen for them.
Actually, Jess Kilatan, sigh of relief din. Missing his last 6 field goal attempts before that 3-pointer. As Paul De La Cruz, shot clock winding down, pulls up. Signature shot for Paul De La Cruz.
And if you're Coach Jagak Salud, you'd love to see that spunk right back para dito kay De La Cruz because you expect his team to be led by this guy.
Meanwhile, Patrick Cabahug, second straight free para sa Danao City.
That's a streak that you want if you're Coach Aldrin. 2 quick threes there. And that's a favorite spot of Patrick Cabahug. Left side wing, left side corner. Pag libre yan sa 3, sulat mo na.
Cabreros, nawala ang bola sa kanya. We talk about Patrick Cabahug. Only 9 points, but hit 3 crucial free throws in their game against the San Juan Knights. As we take a look at that three-pointer, and this instant replay is brought to you by Smart. Simple, smart ako.
And I feel apart from the 3 free throws that he made in that crucial time of the game yesterday, it's the 4 assists that really mattered a lot, especially involving Basibas in those pick and pops. Really excellent reads there for Cabahug.
Shot clock winding down. Patrick Cabahug, no go.
You can tell that shot was hurt, Ken.
Oh, paubos na yung shot clock eh. Meanwhile, Garcia, hindi pa pumupukol ng tres dito. Soriano, hands it off. De La Cruz, pumulap na naman. This time wala. At Jay on the open floor. Good transition defense by the Bluehawks.
And good tap out there by Bautista, anticipating that pass to designated point guard Kilatan. But there are players really from Danao who would really love to leak out and get out an open floor and get some scoring done. Itong si Ajay at saka itong si Brian Meca. And then you have those two, you have an attacking transition weapon for Danao.
Jay attacking the hoop. Nabiyayaan ng 2 free throws.
So binalik na dito Ken si Arminion. Maybe Coach Aldrin says mukhang nakakapuntos tong si De La Cruz. I want to put somebody who's also up to that production, and he puts in Arminion.
So non-shooting foul pala yung last call as Cabahug, this time missing from the right flank.
And that time around, Ogsang going over the back.
Meanwhile, maikibalita tayo kay Kathy Abayon who has an update on Reeve Ogsang.
Thank you, Ken. Actually, si Coach Aldrin Morante nag-emphasize din kanina sa importance ng ball screen so they can leave their guys open. Yun nga yung sinabi mo kay Reeve Ogsang. Actually, masakit ngayon yung nasa kaliwang hip niya until his ankles from the last defensive play niya kahapon against San Juan Knights. Well, sabi niya kanina itatry niyang ilaro at naglalaro siya ngayon, so titignan natin kung makakaya niya hanggang huli. Back to you, Ken and Coach Mike.
Thank you, Kathy. Actually, yun yung very last defensive possession itong Danao City against the San Juan Knights. Medyo nagreklamo pa sila Coach Nani Epondolan on that last play, but nonetheless, very solid defensive stand by Reeve Ogsang, but it came with a price. But meanwhile, Reeve Ogsang parang hindi masakit yung likod, Coach. No?
And immediately he goes back to his winning basket way, a putback off a miss by his teammate. So really, Reeve Ogsang, I guess, is one of those guys that can really leap straight up vertical kahit na nakatayo lang. Kasi makikita mo during warm-ups when he jams, hindi pilit yung dunk niya. Talagang alam mong meron pang elevation na next level para sa kanya.
But on that defensive play, natawagan siya doon ng foul. Reeve Ogsang, he got 13 points, 12 rebounds against San Juan Knights. But in their opening game, really solid performance. 21 points, 12 rebounds nung nakalapin nila Nueva Ecija Capitals. At papalitan muna siya dito.
And what really mattered sa contribution ni Reeve Ogsang in that game is yung kanyang 9 offensive boards. I mean, you get it from one guy, 9 offensive rebounds. Actually, gang rebounding na yun ng isang team. But really, that positioning of Ogsang inside the paint and that leaping ability enables him to get those offensive rebounds.
Meanwhile, dikit pa rin ang ating laban as we would like to thank Contigo Scoreboard Multisport Scoring Solutions. 23-21, approaching the halfway point of the second quarter.
And this zone defense seems to be working wonders para dito sa ICC right now. They're now trying to go on a cutter's play. It's a standard zone buster used by a lot of college teams. And that time around, they just couldn't convert.
Na-recognize nitong ICC, walang shooter sa loob itong Danao City MJAS Zenith. Meanwhile, Soriano fires and knocks it down.
Here's the thing, you can't sag off Soriano. Kudal, you gotta be out there closing out because you know this guy's got range. And when you look at Danao, they're actually one of those teams that's pretty challenged on closing out on shooters outside. Normally, short closeout lang sila, kaya madalas yung kalaban nila pag tumitira, it's really a freer look from the three-point region.
Back and forth affair so far. ICC Bluehawks ngayon lamang ng isang puntos, 24-23. As Reggie Boy Basibas, papalitan muna dito si Junel Bauzon.
And this calls a 1-4 low baseline out of bounds, which they normally look for their bigs doing those cross screens. Nothing happened there, so they had to kick it out.
At Jay, shot clock winding down. That floater is too strong. Yao Batista, kanina pa naka-rebound to.
Yep, and talaga nga naman, nakikita mo talagang parang yun na yung pinaka-points nila, rebounds from the top of ICC. They really are, I guess, have that wealth of rebounders on their team.
Yao Bautista, 4 points, 5 rebounds. Meanwhile, Jack Garcia will troop to the line.
Well, Jerick Garcia, the last time around, Ken, 23 points, 10 out of 26, 3 out of 9 from the three-point region to go with 12 rebounds. I mean, if your main scorer gets you 12 rebounds, speaks highly of what type of team you are.
Actually, double-double in his last 3 games, 26 points, 10 rebounds. Knocking down that free throw. Lamang dito ang ICC by 3. 4 minutes and 26 seconds left in quarter number 2.
And of course, this is a must-win para dito sa Danao as they're going up with 2 stronger teams also. They're going up against, I think, Nueva Ecija and Bacolod Bowlers, and they really are on a must-win streak if they want to catch that last 8 bus.
Hindi na sila pwede matalo. One more loss and they are out of the quarterfinal picture.
And it's got to start with this game.
Meanwhile, Felix Apreco, pinaltan muna dito si Steven Cudal. As the rebounding story, ICC Bluehawks, 9 rebound difference so far. De Mesa, umatake sa loob. Yao Bautista with a bang in the bucket.
Right there, ICC just going to their bread and butter ball screen action. Side ball screen to a middle ball screen to a dribble penetrations as we see there. Beautiful pass to Bautista, finishing with the left.
And that assist delivery of the game is brought to you by Happily, which is now available via grab delivery and takeout.
Tsaka kita mo sa ICC after that execution, ang saya nila because that's their default, I guess, na set, and they're very comfortable doing it, and they're just so happy that they converted on that last play.
Biggest lead para dito sa ICC Bluehawks, who are currently on an 8-0 run, but Grail Meca, specialty of the house, cutting back door.
And that backdoor cut, beautifully done, but that read by Arminion, really a factor here for Danao, and they need more of that from Arminion.
Garcia, pumukol. Man, Jack Garcia scoring buckets here.
Standstill 3, threes on the move, hand in face. Talagang pupukulan ka nito ni Jerry Garcia. And he does that with so much confidence, even with the defender in front of him.
They call him the skeleton sniper. Lanky in frame, but man, his game, so much fun to watch. And that instant replay is brought to you by Smart. Simple, smart ako.
I guess that's just a long two for Jerick, as he had a foot on the line. Actually, both feet on the line.
Soriano kontra kay Apreco. Kicks it out, Nemesa. Drives in, loses the ball.
Ray De Mesa immediately raising both hands to apologize to Coach Jake. He knew that was on him. He could have finished instead of dishing it out.
Ray De Mesa medyo nangangapa pa dito after missing several games with that hamstring injury. Basibas. Apreco kicks it out. Armenion, no go.
Well, really good scouting here by Coach Jake Agsalud, sensing that there was a time that, you know, they had a long streak of missed threes. They're counting on that, na magmimintis pa rin from 3 itong Danao, kaya they stay with the zone defense.
Soriano trying to attack the mismatch. Yao Bautista spins inside. Apreco grabs the loose ball. Armenion.
Beautiful
Wilson.
pass. Nice pass by Arminion.
As Wilson is the official game ball of the 2022 Phil Basket Summer Championship. A miss there by Patrick Cabahug as we approach the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter.
And I think what's important in that action is he caught that on rhythm as we see Jerick Garcia.
On rhythm din yung tira na yun.
Right.
But just in and out.
You like shooters that catch the ball on their motion rhythm. And most probably that would go in, but both shooters at that point, di pumasok.
ICC Bluehawks call for time here, but they are up by 6 points, 31-25. Back here inside the rising city of San Jose del Monte in Bulacan for the 2022 Philbasket Summer Championship presented by Pure Gold. We are in the opening game of our triple header as the Danao City MJAS Zenith squaring off against the ICC Bluehawks. Ako po si Ken Pangalinan, kasama si Coach Mike Perez and Kathy Abayon. Patrick Cabahug, same play, Coach Mike.
Yeah, give and go between the wing and the corner. I think that's a staple of their set against the zone. Beautifully executed. Twice already, they've done that in this match between Basibas and itong si Patrick Cabahug.
Ray De Mesa called for that offensive foul. Danao City, 4 unanswered points, cutting the lead down to 4 with just 1 minute and 47 seconds left here in the second quarter.
So far, Danao doing only 2 out of 15 rather, from 3. Make that 2 out of 16, shooting a measly 13% from beyond the arc.
Basibas kicks it out to Armenion. In and out dribble. Nice find! Apreco! Wide open.
That's what you like about Armenion. Hindi madadali yung assist niya. He goes inside traffic, tries to create, tries to bite people to come in. And if they do, looks for that open man that's cutting. And this is the second guy that he's found, Apreco, with that easy finish of that beautiful dish.
That assist delivery of the game is brought to you by Happily, which is now available via Grab Delivery and Takeout. 31-29 here in the second quarter. Jake Gaspay from San Narciso, Zambales. Really loving the action here as lamang dito ang kanyang kupunan, 31-29. Although itong Danao City have racked up 6 straight points to cut the lead down to 2 points.
Danao got to do a really good defensive stop here.
Hook shot works for Errol Soriano.
So far, that matchup between Soriano and Apreco has worked to the advantage of ICC.
Cabahug trying to settle his troops. Basibas. And we would like to thank our prize money sponsor, Medisure Pharmacy.
Well, another missed 3 for Danao. Those 3s that just not going in for the white shirts.
Garcia pumukol sa 3. Wala. Yao Bautista grabs another offensive rebound.
You saw that rebound by Yao Bautista. Yan yung difference, I guess, when you have Yao coming in and getting those boards. Si Apreco kasi pag nagre-rebound siya, he really just goes up and leaps. He doesn't look for a guy to box out. You notice that on Apreco in all of the games. He's never rebounded na may binox out, so it's always just leaps straight up high.
Meanwhile, Braille Meca knocks down that transition mid-range jumper as Andre Armenion with his 5th assist, cutting the lead down to 2 points, 33-31 towards the tail end of the second quarter. Brian Mecca, huge impact. It really 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals in their game against the San Juan Knights. Actually had 8 of those in that crucial third quarter.
That's right. And I strongly feel that it was Brian that kept them in that match. Kasi kung wala yung 8-point run niya na yun, malamang iniwan na sila ng San Juan. But he really just kept on battling, lalo na on open floor.
As the clock winds down here in the first half, ICC Bluehawks lamang dito ng 2 puntos, 33-31. Yao Bautista, solid performance so far, 7 points and 7 rebounds. Kaya naman lamang sila dito, 33-31 here in the first half. Magbabalik po kami for the halftime analysis.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
Mike, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it. Oh my God!
On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Win.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in cartology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in Immaculada baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo and chismis, we really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Giga-Power. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika. Para more ang saya. Get giga-powered na day! My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Giga-Power. Simple, smart ako.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
Mike, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it. Oh my God!
On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Win.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in cartology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in Immaculada baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo and chismis, we really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Giga-Power. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika. Para more ang saya. Giga-powered na day! My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Giga Power. Simple, smart ako.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
You talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it. Oh my God!
And on three. 1, 2, 3.
Win.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in mobile legends, minor in ensaymada baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo ang chismis. We really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Giga Power. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chica to chica. Para more ang saya. Giga-powered na day! My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Giga Power. Simple.
Hello everyone, we're still live here at San Jose del Monte, Bulacan for the Field Basket Summer Championship. I am with the team owner of ICC Bluehawks, Mr. Marco Agana. Hello, Mr. Marco. Good afternoon.
Hi, hello.
Hi, sir. When you joined Field Basket, what were your expectations, and was those expectations met?
When we joined Phil Basket, we didn't really have much expectations. We actually expected to lose every single game. But we met the expectations when it comes to learning. Because I always tell my players this, the moment we stop learning is the moment that we start failing.
So what were your reminders or any motivation that you told your players coming into this game, given that you only have 2 games left?
Given that we have 2 games left, I just told them just continue to learn, because most of the time the veterans here give advice to our players, which I really appreciate, because that's something that we cannot give.
That's good. That Phil Basket was like your school for the kids, and they're learning continuously. Anybody you would like to greet?
My wife Joyce, the board of directors of ICC, all the admin staff, our sponsors, Antonio's Fine Dining, LJRM for the uniforms, Brawlers Lab, and Frabel Foods.
Thank you, Sir Marco, and we're so glad to have you here. See you later and good luck to your games. Back to the panel.
Thank you, Kathy. Ito, nip and tuck affair we have here in the first half, Coach Mike. ICC Bluehawks labang ng 2 puntos, 33-31.
And right there, immediately, of course, Danao trying to impose their will and open basket because ICC went on a zone. 3s started coming in early on, but there was a spurt where they went 0 out of 10 or 0 out of 11. But then again, the interior passing and the setup place inside the paint para dito sa ICC told a lot. And Rick Ugsang trying to help his team, but still needs a little bit more as they are a little bit struggling against the zone defense of itong ICC.
As we take a look at the numbers, same story for Danao City. MJAS Zenith really struggling from beyond the arc.
Well, huge story here would be the 3-point field goals. 2 out of 17 for 11% only for Danao, but 30%. Look at that for ICC going 3 out of 10. Rebounds as well. Well, not really the strong point of Danao, but ICC has really lorded it over them. 26 versus 16 points of turnovers, making that count for ICC's. converting 7 points out of 12 turnovers, and the bench points has been huge for ICC as well. So everything like swinging to the side of ICC, and I'm sure Coach Aldrin has looked at adjustments as well. As we see the leading scorers, Patrick Cabahug, he's got 10, but those 10s were, I guess, medyo difficult for him at this point, and we really need the other guys to be able to step up. While for the ICC, we've got Soriano and Bautista with 8 and 7, followed by Cabreros and Garcia with 5 and 4 apiece.
So 20 more minutes to go here in the second half. Patrick Cabahug leading the way with 10 points. Mga kasama niya dito si Andre Armenion, Braille Meca, Felix Apreco, and Reggie Boy Basibas. For the ICC Bluehawks, Andy Duarte, Alfred Flores, Jack Garcia, Jake Gaspay, and Jared Vento.
Well, I guess that's what happens if you're the leading scorer of the opposing team for the half. You get to be checked immediately at the start of the third quarter. And it seems to me that the defense has now shifted to man, which is more to the comfort of Danao.
Basibas, short sa kanyang jumper. Apreco, nakikipagkalabaw sa loob.
And again, we go back to that earlier discussions that we had, Ken. Apreco is a strong rebounder, but he could even be a better rebounder if he just boxes out guys near him before he goes for that leap. Kasi yung leap pa lang niya, nakakakuha na siya ng leather. How much more if he positions himself and prevents the others from jumping.
Felix Apreco, free throws not really his strong suit. Misses the front end of that one. Former Letran Knight. Sorry, Coach Mike.
That's right. And I was just going to say that if you're Coach Aldrin, you see that they're going on man on ICC, then you like that because that gives you a more comfortable attack on your offensive sets.
Happily is available via grab delivery and takeout as Jared Vento muscling his way for that putback.
And the 3 points continues to be a strong suit para dito sa ICC. And just for numbers' sake, Ken, when you talk about second chance points, which we just saw, number 2 really is Danao with 16.3 per game. I guess who's number 1 in second chance points? It's ICC with 17.1. So that sequence already goes to show you why they're ranked that way in second chance points.
Patrick Cabahug, tumanggap ng bola dito. Andy Duarte, ngayon lang pinasok. Sas to pound. Itong former Adamson Falcon. Shot clock winding down. Armenion, no. Apreco, another offensive rebound. Cabahug with daylight, knocks it down.
Catch and shoot, right side, left side wing, right side, left side corner. That's a strong suit for Patrick Cabahug.
Ties things up at 35. Duarte. Pasa dito kay Garcia. Nice cut inside by Andy Duarte.
Well, one of the things that we've seen as maybe a point of improvement for Danao would be recovery movements on the defensive end. As we see Meca right now starting with that third quarter run again, Ken.
Tandaan natin, 8 points in that third quarter run kontra sa San Juan Knights kahapon.
And right now, third quarter, ICC starting out 2 out of 2 from beyond the arc.
Meca, this time in transition.
Meca twice in 2 actions that he loves. Open threes and open floor. Every time you put him in that spot, count it already. It's going to be baskets for Brian.
The former Arellano chief now with 5 points. Nice no-look pass, but denied there by Felix Apreco. Action picking up here in the third. Braille Meca na naman sa loob.
If you're Armenion and you've got Braille Meca inside, no-brainer. You just go look for Meca. He's going to find his spots in the open floor because he loves that.
7 points here in the third quarter as nahanap nitong ni Andre Armenion si Braille Meca for that assist delivery of the game, courtesy of Happily, which is now available via grab delivery and takeout. Lamang na dito ang Danao City MJAS Zenith 42-37.
We're back here at PhilBasket Summer Championships. Ayon kay Coach Aldrin Morante, patience, yun ang kailangan natin. He also asked, from offense to defense, kailangan magpasensyahan. Ika nga niya, parang tayo ang nagiging bata. He also left the challenge to his players by saying, gusto nyo ba manalo? Ball movement, pasensya, kunin na natin to. We have a convincing win yesterday. Ang sarap ng feeling, ibalik natin yon. Back to the panel.
Thank you, Kathy. Itong Danao City in the midst of a 10-2 run here at the early stages of the third quarter.
Boy, if you're gonna take that message of Coach Aldrin in that halftime,
right,
I'd say that's one of the best speeches that you have. I mean, he's done wonders previously in the third quarter. Now they're having that same result so far as we start the third here versus ICC.
Coach Aldrin Morante, normally very soft-spoken yan, but really nakikinig talaga yung player sa kanya because of what he does, leading by example. Kaya lamang sila dito 5 puntos, 7 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
And immediately, Ken, ICC goes back to that vaunted zone because they saw a 10-point run there. And Patrick Cabahug, again, another 3 so far. They are 3 out of 3 from the field since the start of the quarter, from the 3 points since the start of the quarter.
Garcia, scoop shot. That works. Before that, a 15-2 run para dito sa Danao City as they lead now by 6 points. Great ball movement. Cabahug trying to look someone inside. Apreku kicks it out. Mecca for 3. Too strong.
Wow.
Cabahug this time drills it from the left corner.
You see that rebound by Arminion? He could have gone up, but instead he tried to find someone, know that somebody was located in that corner, and thankfully that's Patrick Cabahug getting up that 3 and making it.
Biggest lead para dito sa mga nakaputi. Turnover. Mecca retrieving the ball. Pasa dito kay Basibas. And wisely, Danao City using up some clock here.
Didn't we hear Coach Aldrin say patience? Showing a lot of patience now, Danao.
At yun na naman. But this time, wala yon for Patrick. Garcia. Trying to elude the defense of Mecca. Nahanap sa loob si Jared Vento. And gets the hoop and the harm.
Well, not necessarily the best defending team inside the paint itong Danao. Just everybody was just raising their hands. Nobody went up to attempt to block that shot. As we see right there, Vento against the 2 outstretched arms of the big guys of Danao. Felix Apreco and Basibas just couldn't do anything. That basket will count. 3-point play in the offing for Vento.
Jordan Rios, pinasok na muna dito. Pagpapahingayin muna si Patrick Cabahug. Jared Vento from Tarlac City. As PhilBasket is brought to you by Cilium Fiber, manufactured by Leone Agri Corporation. Pinagpahinga muna dito si Patrick Cabahug. As Jordan Rios, this time, joins the 3-point parade.
With that wing cutting to the opposite corner, it forces the big guys of ICC to do long closeout. So far, that's working wonders for Danao, but they gotta check on the other end as well, speaking of Danao.
Just past the halfway point of the third, Armenion missing on that scoop shot. Flores, no-look pass. Soriano, bigay dito kay Garcia. Garcia still quiet so far. Short on that free. Armenion, transition opportunity. Nahanap si Mecca, pumukol na naman sa 3. That's short. But Armenion, naagaw ang bola, nahanap dito si Apreco. Jordan Rios na naman, no go. Apreco lost the ball to Garcia. Flores swings it back. Another steal.
Yep, scramble defense, both ends of the floor for both teams. Both of them trying to go up and down here, changing possessions. And right there, luckily for Danao, they got that possession and that foul from ICC.
We would like to thank Antigo Scoreboard Multisports Scoring Solutions. Jerick Garcia, 6 points, but 2 out of 10 so far. Tandaan natin, last 3 games, really scorching hot, 26 points a contest.
So far, Armenian accounting for 10 of the 16 assists of Danao. It's really playing true to form and consistent for 2 games now.
Armenian, tandaan natin, 14 assists kahapon kontra sa San Juan Knights. And we're only here in the 3rd quarter. He already has 10. Garcia. Wala pa din. Jerry Garcia napapailing na lang doon. But good news for ICC, Coach Mike. Only an 8-point lead.
Right. And if you're Danao on the other end, you like where you are right now kasi kanina you were trailing.
Right.
And a good point raised there in that courtside report by Cathy is yung parang tayo yung natututo dito sa mga bata. Tayo dapat yung mas mature kaysa sa kanila. We're supposed to give them some learnings. So I guess the team responded. Speaking of Danao, as you see, Jake Agsalud really doing a good job of sa pagtimon dito sa team ng ICC Bluehawks.
But you gotta give them credit talking about itong ICC Bluehawks. Really, the last 4 games, yung improvement, very evident eh.
That's right. At hindi siya incremental, it's significant improvement, no? From the points they allowed, bringing it down to below 100, and the margin of loss dwindled to 50%. And that's really, I guess, an improvement that you'd like to welcome if you're ICC.
Alfred Flores trying to go back-to-back freeze!
Wow, and Alfred Flores says, didn't I hear you guys say that I had a bad game last time? Well, this is my usual game. And if you're De La Cruz, you're happy for Alfred in this case.
6-0 run, courtesy of their point guard from San Jose del Monte. Meanwhile, Aprecu cuts his way through the hoop.
I mean, you got to give that basket to Aprecu, but the look of Armenian seeing that dive from the middle is just spectacular for Armenian.
Tandaan natin, actually, Andre Armenian already set the record kahapon. 14 assists. That's the most in a filled basket game.
So far right now, I guess he's got 11, but...
We've got a good matchup in the point guard position, Coach Mike.
One scoring, the other one's dishing. So classic matchup here between a point guard and a points guard.
Approaching the 2-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Lamang dito on Danao City by 2 points. Braille Meca. Kinik out dito kay Rios for 3.
I was gonna say, if Rios makes that 3, will there be adjustments now on the defensive stance of ICC? Will they shift to man, knowing that they've hit 3s already in this quarter, a lot for Danao?
6-3 para dito sa Danao in the 3rd as Garcia finally joins the parade.
What are these guys shooting now from 3? We've got 6 out of 20 for ICC and 7 out of 26 for Danao.
Meca nahanap sa loob si Rios. Great cut. But also great drive by Braille Meca.
I mean, Coach Aldrin thought these guys really good. Anybody who's driving on the basket, you see this move here by Alfred Flores. Woo!
George Gervin move. And that move of the game is brought to you by Pure Gold.
Talaga minumuestra pa nung iba sa bench, no? Kung paano footwork ni ano doon, ni Flores. But I was going to say, Ken, you know, Coach Aldin did a good job of teaching his players that every time you drive baseline, somebody has to dive middle for an open layup shot. And so far in those twice instances that we've seen similar, ganun yung nangyayari. That first one drive ni Apreco, and this time drive naman ni Jordan Rios.
As Wilson is the official game ball of the 2022 Phil Basket Summer Championship. Jordan Rios now with 10 points for Danao City. .96 seconds left in quarter number 3. Alfred Flores so far 11 points, 3 assists. De Mesa kontra dito kay Armenian, trailing by 4 points. Duarte, aggressive drive. Nice find. Gaspay spins his way.
Coach Jake Agsalud mentioned earlier when I talked to him, sabi niya, ito si Jake Gaspay, when I got him, big man to, walang ibang skill set to. But during the pandemic, we trained him, we worked on that, and so he's a much better player now compared to where we found him during the before the pandemic.
Armenion this time scoring inside.
Sabi siguro ni Armenion, I'm not just up for assist, kaya ko rin pumuntos.
Andre Armenion, 6 points, 11 assists so far here. As we wind down the third quarter, Duarte, hanap dito si Bautista. Shot clock at 4 seconds. De Mesa, turnover here, Rios. Fast break opportunity. What a spin move, but loses the ball. Sayang, last shot time na sana for Danao City.
Right, sayang yon. Could have held on to that possession. But anyway, it was open floor. He saw that opportunity, so why not go for it?
Last shot time naman para dito sa mga Azul. Flores. Cross-court pass, De Mesa. Gaspay pulls up. That's short. As we end the third quarter, lamang na dito ang Danao City MJAS Zenith 60-56 kontra sa ICC Bluehawks. 4-point lead for the white shirts. As a tanda natin, at stake here is a spot in the quarterfinal round. Graal Meca 7 big points in that stretch. But Alfred Flores from beyond the parking lot. Patrick Cabahug knocking down that free. And his team is up 4 points, 60-56 at the end of the third quarter. Back here in the rising city of San Jose del Monte in Bulacan, as we bring you the 2022 PhilBasket Summer Championship presented by Pure Gold. Ako po si Ken Pangilinan, kasama si Coach Mike Perez and Kathy Abayon working on the sidelines as we see another big third quarter para dito sa Danao City.
Well, that run there in the third quarter by itong Danao pushed them back in the driver's seat. It really was a story of 3-pointers and better assists for Danao. At the half, they had 2 out of 17 from 3, but they made 6 more threes in the third quarter alone, which put them back in the driver's seat.
Revoke Sang binalik na dito, as is Jordan Rios, who now has 12 points. Makakasama nila dito si Felix Apreco, Patrick Cabahug, and Andre Armenion. For the blue shirts, Alfred Flores, Andy Duarte, Jake Gaspay, Ray De Mesa, and Yao Bautista.
Don't you just judge Jordan Rios being a rebounding guard.
Ooh!
Beautiful assist!
No-look dime from Alfred Flores.
Sometimes you want to say something really beautiful, but you gotta give it up because of a really nice move.
Gandang setup job for Yao Bautista. As you see the 5 on the floor for both teams. Patrick Cabahug, no go. Transition, wow, what a read there by Andre Armenion. Pasa dito, Rios, too strong. Skying high for the board is Revoke Sang.
You could tell Revoke Sang somehow parang merong pini-favor ng konti sa galaw niya. He's not as quick to get down, but he's still as leaping as high as he was.
Very bouncy to si Revoke Sang eh.
Oo, grabe.
Armenion already has 11 assists. Great spin move, wraparound pass. Napatawa si Coach Mike. Napakagandang pasa yung ginawa na naman doon ni Andre.
Malapit ko na sambihin to si Armenion.
And that assist delivery, what a look from Alfred Flores, is brought to you by Happily, which is now available via Grab Delivery and Takeout.
Pero grabe yung pasa na yun.
Turnover na naman. Jake Gaspay, naghahabol sila dito. Only 2 points approaching the 8-minute mark here in the fourth quarter.
All-important possession here for ICC.
Gaspay, alahoy na tira, wala. Battle for the loose ball. Won there by Danao City.
You can see again, itong si Apreku. Pag lumundag at hawak na niya yung bola, parang hindi mo na ma-separate sa kanya yung bola na ang hirap nang tanggalin sa kamay ni Apreku.
Apreku so far, 9 rebounds. And we'd like to thank our prize money sponsor, Medisure Pharmacy.
Well, ICC now got another crack to equalize this match at 62.
Demesa pumukol sa 3. Malakas. Cabahug sabi, easy lang tayo mga bata. Pasa dito kay Mecca.
So far, these teams really doing a good job of getting back on defense. One of the games na napakababa ng bench, ng fast break points as Felix Apreku with a really good finish there.
And great bounce pass from Wild Mecca, who now has 11 points, 4 assists. Duarte, surprise free. 5 points.
Pinasahan ako, libre ako sa wing, why not? Diba?
Mainly task here to guard itong si Patrick Cabahug. Armenion trying to look for the lob. Mecca, aggressive drive to the hoop, that's short.
Well, Mecca is one of those players pag nakakita ng contact, medyo tumitigil at napipigilan yung kanyang momentum.
Parang hinihintay niya yung tawag as Alfred Flores missing on that daredevil drive. But Yao Bautista, great cleanup job.
Boy, those baskets are not the prettiest, but they count as they are.
Yao Bautista, taga dito din, San Jose del Monte. Parang naglinis lang, naipagpagpagan. Ayun, pumasok, and that instant replay is brought to you by Smart. Simple, smart ako. Timeout muna tayo, magbabalik po kami. Take a look at Danao City. Mga kalaban pa nila dito, dalawang bigatin, the Tanduay Rom Masters on April 22. And back-to-back yan against the All-Star Bacolod Ballers Bingo Plus. And at stake here is the spot in the quarter-final round. Hindi na sila pwede matalo dito.
Pero tingin ko, hindi muna nila tinitingnan yung dalawang mabigat na laro na yun. Importante, ito kailangan manalo sila dito because if they don't, then that's it.
Cabahug kicks it out. Armenion for 3. Too strong. Duarte, quality minutes so far. Demesa kicks it out. Gaspay for 3. No go. Rivogsang secures the ball. Armenion, pasa dito kay Mecca. And Mecca struggling here in the fourth quarter.
Well, so far he's missed his last 4 attempts. And that does something to your confidence as well.
Alfred Flores actually rejecting that screen by Bautista. Inatake dito si Reeve Ugsang. As makikibalita muna tayo kay Kathy Abayon for this report.
Thank you, Ken. ICC's huddle coming into the fourth quarter actually focused on defense and lifting each other up. Coach Jay Agsalud told team captain Ray De Mesa, kailangan kita ngayon. And I actually heard Alfred Flores was trying to hype his teammates up and said, kunin natin to. Back to you, Ken and Coach Mike.
Thank you, Kathy. Ray De Mesa, of course, one of their veterans here, missing the several games with that hamstring injury.
And Alfred Flores doing a Paul Desiderio there, saying kunin natin to. And they really want to get a crack of their first win here sa field basket. So while Danao is trying to get this win to at least have a chance in the advancing 8 teams, ICC just want to get their first win in the season.
3-point lead for the blue shirts as Andre Armenion, crucial 3 to tie things up. As Field Basket is brought to you by Cilium Fiber, manufactured by Leone Agri Corporation.
That's the 9th point of Armenion to go with 6 rebounds and 11 assists so far.
Bautista, isa pang nag-aambag dito, almost a double-double. Nice pass! Ooh! But denied there, but Gaspay, persistent on his approach.
Man, but you gotta appreciate si Gaspay right there, battling it out against the bouncy leaper in Ogsang, and you know he's just playing with them.
Mala white chocolate pass yun eh.
Oo.
Ngayon pumukol naman siya sa 3. Wow! Alfred Flores sizzling here in the second half. 16 points, 6 assists. 3 ulit ang kalamangan.
Samahan mo pa ng 2 rebounds yan.
Armenion gets that foul call. The battle of the point guards really interesting here as Alfred Flores off that curl knocks down that 3. And that crowd moment is brought to you by Smart. Simple, smart ako. Armenion pasa dito kay Cabahug for 3. We are tied 70 apiece, just past the halfway point of the 4th quarter. We've got a great matchup at the point guard spot. Duarte, magandang ambag dito, 7 points, gaining confidence.
Solian ng puntos to. Mukhang lumalaban ng ICC versus Danao, and Danao really needs to win this one.
Jordan Rios pumukol sa 3, malakas. Cabahug, 10 seconds to work with. Decides to fire from 3. Back-to-back triples by Patrick Cabahug, who now has 25 points.
And Patrick Cabahug, what a time to start hitting those.
Heat check para doon kay Alfred Flores.
But Flores gotta settle down though. Gotta settle down.
Na-enamor tayo sa matchup sa point guards, but Patrick Cabahug quietly 25 points.
Corner 3s and wing 3s got the signature of Cabahug.
Oh, wow. This guy oozing with confidence. Alfred Flores, 18 points.
Win or lose, this guy's gonna be in highlights of some of those YouTubers out there.
Armenion, pasa kay Cabahug, pumukol na naman! Wow! 7 threes for Patrick Cabahug.
They're really just setting up Patrick Cabahug in those spots, and Cabahug doing a good job of going to those corners and wings and catch and shoot. That's really the suit of itong si Patrick Cabahug.
28 points. Lamang dito ng 2 ang Danao City. Their quarter-final hopes on the line here.
And really just Alfred Flores taking this team on his shoulders. If he's not finishing, he's dishing. And is making things possible for ICC Bluehawks. And I remember that discussion I had earlier, or that talk I had earlier with Coach Jay Agsalud, when he said, our primary point guard is De La Cruz. But I'm sure si De La Cruz is really happy with what Flores has shown so far, especially in this stretch.
What a bounce-back performance for Alfred Flores. 18 points, 7 assists after only scoring 3 points and just played 17 minutes in their last game against the San Juan Knights.
Which was way below his average of 13 points per game and 5.3 assists. And right now, Flores got 18 above his average naman. Night and day yung performance versus San Juan in this match.
Tabla tayo dito, under 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Armenion attacking middle. Mecca. Back to Andre. 8 seconds to work with. Cabahug, step back 3. That's short. Trying to get to the loose ball. Ugsang battling with Yao Bautista. Jump ball ang tinawag dito ni referee Jojo Belnas.
And that possession is gonna remain with Danao. But how about that hustle by Patrick Cabahug, saving that ball from going to the end line. And they're running a 1-4 low here. They want to get quick spots here for the big guys doing that cross screen. So you look at Apreku and Ugsang, they'll do that cross screen before they involve the corners in their action.
10 seconds left sa kanilang shot clock. Armenyon, nahanap si Ugsang. Not really looking to shoot. Cabahug being double team. Ugsang, 5 seconds left. Apreku gets fouled there. Armenyon, the timely passes to his bigs and those three-pointers by Patrick Cabahug, stemming the tide so far.
And those passes, Ken, are really just coming out of nowhere. You thought he was going to go for that shot at the peak of his jump, but last second just dumps a bounce pass for Apreku.
Apreku, 1 out of 3 so far from that 15-foot line.
Not really a strength of Apreku on the 15-foot line. They won that match versus San Juan by converting those free throws. Now it's that time in this game that free throws would really matter, each one of them.
A split from the line for the former Colegio de San Juan de Letran Knight, who's got 8 points, 10 rebounds. Flores kontra dito kay Armenyon. Pasa dito kay Garcia.
Yeah, Danao would normally love to go over the screen, but that time out they've been going under.
De Mesa, 5 seconds sa kanila shot clock. As we bring you the last 2 minutes, brought to you by Smart. Simple. Smart ako. And that shot doesn't count. Jack Garcia, naputukan ng 24 dito.
And Coach Aldin Morante happy with that defensive stance, and he's calling for a horns play now for Danao. We'll see how this goes.
Kahapon, dikdikan din kontra San Juan. We've got a good one here. Double screen up top. Armenyon pulls up. That's too strong.
And that was a good look for Armenyon. Good play there for Danao.
Garcia struggling so far. Only 9 points. Alfred Flores, pasa kay Bautista. Nahanap sa loob. Great fake. And Ribog Sang, no choice but to foul there.
Well, that was a good foul by Ribog Sang. I mean, you don't want to have a Jeric convert that. And good read there, though, by ICC. As that clip on that left shoulder by Ugsang.
And great composure by Jeric Garcia, not shuffling his feet. Minsan pag ganun may rumaragasa sa yung malaki, nararatel ka eh.
Nagugulat ka, yan, nararatel ka. And so, tendency mo, you lift your pivot foot. That time around, Jeric Garcia really steady in that action as he makes his first free throw.
Perfect so far from the free throw line, 3 out of 3. Now has 10 points and 8 rebounds. Hindi uso ang broadcaster jinx ngayong hapon.
Sabi ko sa kanya kanina, galingan mo ha, tingnan natin yung mga 3 points mo mamaya. Sabi niya, Coach, tingnan natin kung ano magagawa ko for this game. I'll just do my best. And so far, he's been doing his best.
Lamang dito ang ICC Bluehawks, 78-77 here in the fourth quarter. Up next here, the AMA Online Education will take on the Pasig Santa Lucia Realtors. As commissioner and co-founder of PhilBasket, Jai Reyes, really happy. Bakbakan dito. Sorry, Coach Mike.
Yeah, I was just going to say, don't you just love yung mga jacket niya, ni Coach Jai? You want to ask him, Coach, Sir Jai, saan mo binibili yung mga jacket mo?
Baka naman, Com, no?
Baka naman. OOTD palagi si Kume, no? And you can't help but commend the choice of wardrobe each and every game day.
88 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Lamang dito ang ICC Bluehawks, 78-77. Tandaan natin, Danao City trying to catch one of the remaining buses sa quarter-final round. Meanwhile, ICC Bluehawks looking for their very first win dito sa PhilBasket.
Box set probably for, that's it, an elevator play for Patrick.
Armenion pumasok sa loob. Wow, what a great finish with the offhand.
Wow, and that misdirection on that elevator for Patrick Cabahug shifted that defense towards him, made that lane open up for Armenion. We see that on replay.
And that move of the game is brought to you by Pure Gold. Andre Armenion umupo pa sa ere.
See how that lane really just opened up because everybody was on Patrick that time.
And lamang na dito ang Danao City, 79-78. ICC Bluehawks after this game, mga kalaban nila ang Muntinlupa Angeles Resort EOG Cooley on April 23. But focus on the task at hand. Nagabol lang sila dito ng isang punto, 79-78, 1 minute and 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Bench points have so far been huge for ICC. 52 bench points of their output of 78. Oh,
wow!
Still there. Oh, completed.
Braille Mecca. Crucial stop there. So matagal pa ito. 1 minute and 13 seconds left.
Still a lot of basketball here for both these teams.
Cabahug being guarded by Demesa. 9 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Cabahug spins. Tries a floater. Wala. Battle for the loose ball. Won by Felix Apreco.
Got a fresh 14 here.
Under 1 minute left here in the fourth. Armenion. 5 seconds. Pasa dito.
Wow,
Mecca
what a
for 3.
pass!
Too strong. Flores retrieves the ball. They got a numbers advantage here. Flores. No. Jerry Garcia with that putback.
Second chance points there for ICC. Hurriedly, they got that ball up the front court because they knew that was a scramble defense on the other end. And immediately after that missed three, the offensive boards really just coming out there for ICC. And wow, Jerry Garcia with that putback.
Jerry Garcia, who has been struggling all day long. 4 crucial points here in the fourth quarter. Lamang sila dito, 80-79 with 34.6 left here in the fourth quarter. Coach Mike, last time out dito for Danao City MJAS Zenith. They've got to convert here.
Yeah, definitely. They're gonna try and execute something really simple, I guess, para dito sa Danao City. And the thing that's going to make a factor here could be what they do once that defense shifts on their end, because there is still time for ICC to go for a crack at a basket.
Patrick Cabahug missing that floater on their earlier trip on the offensive end. The fans certainly loving this action here. Opening game pa lang po ito ng ating triple header. Danao City with their playoff hopes on the ropes.
Last time around, they run a box set for an elevator misdirection for Patrick Cabahug. Patrick's now located on that left side of the floor. Maybe that elevator's gonna come on the other side, and we'll have Bryle coming out from top of the key. We'll see how this goes. But the last time around, that misdirection on that elevator action really produced well para dito sa Danao team.
Only 14 seconds left. No pass! Great execution. Pivogsang bagsak na naman. Tandaan natin, he was hurt in that last defensive possession against the San Juan Knights, battling it out.
But look at that pass there by Armenion, on point.
Man, Revog Sang really laying his body on the line.
Was that Jake Gaspay with Ogsang on that play? Or was it Jeric Garcia? I didn't notice. Because whoever that was also did a good job of backing down on Ogsang, preventing what could have been a closer alley-oop for Reeve Ogsang. So right now, Reeve, I tell you, I don't want to... He's a pretty good free throw shooter.
Yup, 88.9% on the season. Itong si Reeve Ogsang, but crucial free throws with their quarter-final hopes on the line here. Patandaan natin nung last game, that putback spelled the difference. That game-winning shot to keep their hopes alive here in PhilBasket.
Oh, wow. That's a baseline out of bounds. So I'm supposing they're going to go for the box 3 set, which normally ends up with Patrick Cabahug going back to that corner for that free 3. Or they can go to their 1-4 low, which sees the big guys doing cross screens before they involve the wing action.
Pangin nangyari sa Pasig, Santa Lucia, and San Juan Knights.
That's right.
That alley-oop attempt.
That's right. But based on how they're set up now, it looks like it's going to be a pin down for Arminion by Ogsang. Arminion lifts, gives that second screen to Patrick Cabahug, who would go for that 3. Let's see how this goes. Patrick now trying to set that up on the corner. There you go.
Arminion
didn't get that shot though.
Rejects the screen.
Lane's open. Oh, wow.
Cabahug for 3. No. Battle for the loose ball won by Apreco.
Wow, that play was executed to the letter. A good read by Arminion.
Patandaan natin, Felix Apreco not a good free throw shooter, but he has to knock both free throws down. 19.1 seconds left sa ating fourth quarter.
But they just need at least one from Felix here.
Wow, Felix Apreco, 3 out of 5. Only averaging 48% here in the season.
Most probably, if on a make on the second one by Apreco, ICC's got to call a timeout to advance that leather in their front court. There you go.
Huge double-double performance. 10 points, 12 rebounds for Felix Apreco. Lamang dito ang Danao City MJAS Zenith, 81-80.
The next question now here for Danao is, how do you defend against ICC? If you're gonna go man, most probably gonna check on Flores, you're gonna check on Gaspay, you're gonna check on Jeric Garcia.
Matandaan natin, Danao City still has one foul to give here. 19.1 seconds left. But parehong kupunan, wala nang timeout, Coach Mike.
That's right. And so that matters now from a strategy standpoint. They can give up a foul, speaking of Danao, so long as it's not in the act. And then hope that it cuts down the time for ICC to put up another offensive.
Alfred Flores, 18 points, 8 assists so far. Jeric Garcia, crucial baskets, 4 points here in the fourth quarter.
Well, I guess Danao screened some crazier stuff from yesterday's game. That was supposed to be a win by San Juan, but last second, that shot went in on that putback by Reeve Ogsang. So, looking like it's going to really boil down to the defensive stops of Danao.
Danao City nabuhayan nung nanalo sila kontra San Juan Knights kahapon. They're flickering quarterfinal hopes on the line with this defensive possession.
Pretty interesting here. They bought in Kilatan for
Patrick
Cabahug for defensive purposes, which is a good move by Coach Aldrin.
De Mesa, pasa dito ay Flores.
Oops.
8 seconds sa kanilang shot clock.
Got to prevent that right side drive though.
De Mesa, 2 seconds. Gonna throw something here. Ooh. Man. Poor offensive execution by the Bluehawks.
But you have to credit the deflections of ICC. That's what, I guess, stopped that rhythm of setting up that play for ICC. And with Flores just stopping his dribble from almost half court, changed a lot of the complexion of that possession for ICC.
Pero hindi pa ito tapos. 5.1 seconds left. Kahit pa makashoot ng dalawang free throw itong Danao City, it's only a one-possession game.
It'll take just one deflection here for ICC, and that's going to be a foul. Given up.
3.5 seconds left. 1-point lead for Danao City. Andre Armenion, solid, flirting with the triple-double. 11 points, 6 rebounds, 14 assists.
Well, here's the thing. Armenion hasn't attempted a free throw in this game.
Ooh. Coach Mike, if you're Danao City and Andre Armenion, what would you do with this second free throw? Only 3.5 seconds left.
I'm going to go for a make. I want to make sure at least I go for a make because that at least gives me more caution. Oh, rebounded by Armenion.
And Rivogsang, Jake Gaspay.
Well, one thing you don't want to do is to have your bench cleared. Because while there's not much implications here for ICC,
only 1.6 seconds left. Tempers flaring here.
the players here just rushing towards that scene with Ogsang and Armenion.
Sa alam mo, crucial dito kasi whoever gets the technical foul na matawagan dito, baka free throws.
Well, on the side of Danao, looking ahead, if they win this, will there be, I guess, suspensions, if ever? Hopefully there's none. We'll see
That's right. But tandaan natin, 1-point game, 1.6 seconds left. Depende kung sino tatawagan ng technical fouls dito. They might award some free throws.
Well, the Mesa, I guess, from what we see, really just went there to...
Rivogsang, Jake Gaspay engaging.
As we await the decision of the technical committee here, we did see Rivogsang try and go to the rescue of Armenion. But Ray de Mesa, from what I saw, somehow tried to stop that.
So parang 5 players ang lumabas sa bench itong ICC Bluehawks from that replay, but we have to wait for that official announcement by Ryan Villena. But very crucial to Coach Mike. Only 1-point lead. So yung technical fouls na magagawaran dito, very crucial.
So far what we know is that we have 5 players again from ICC who rushed inside the court. And all these 5 players, they're trying to consolidate them, find out, I guess all of them will be having, I guess, technicals on their end.
Pero balikan natin. That missed free throw by Andre Armenion. Sana golden opportunity for ICC Bluehawks, who's second in rebounding but unable to secure that ball. Andre Armenion with that offensive rebound.
Yeah, but Armenion's been pretty solid though, except for those 2 missed free throws.
Very crucial dito kung sino matatawagan ng mga technical fouls. As we see here, Andre Armenion retrieving the ball, gets fouled hard by Jake Gaspay. And Rivogsang trying to come to the rescue of Andre Armenion. Actually, si Ray de Mesa umawat lang dito, but siguro hindi rin nagustuhan ng referees yung manner of which tinulak niya ito si Rivogsang.
And we got advice from our technical staff that, well, all of those who entered exited the bench and went inside the playing court for ICC will definitely be ejected. So we're really just trying to find out who are those players, as our technical team right now is looking at the videos, trying to confirm personalities who rushed into the floor from ICC. And boy, if you're Coach Jake Agsalud, you don't want to have this end this way for ICC, because they've done a good amount of effort in this match. In fact, they had a chance to close out this game in their favor, but their offensive set just really didn't work on that last play for Coach Jake.
So mahababang paliwanag ang gagawin nito ang ating courtside announcer Ryan Villena as John Cabiltes giving out those instructions. Coach Jay Agsalud, sayang lamang na sila dito in the waning seconds of the fourth quarter.
And so as we await here, while mainit ang action dito sa loob, buti nila medyo malamig dito sa sa San Jose del Monte Sports Center. And again, we'd like to invite everyone, if you live within the area or you're anywhere nearby, come around and watch the games. Seeding implicating matches we have for the day.
Patrick Cabahug, splendid performance, 28 points, 7 3-pointers. Andre Armenion, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 14 assists. Splendid job. And Coach Pai, ang ganda ng laban no? We got yung labanan ni Alfred Flores and itong si
Patrick Cabahug.
Samahan mo na dyan, Andre Armenion.
Right. Well, Armenion was taking care of the assist, facilitating for his team, but Patrick Cabahug really doing the points there, as we're still waiting for the final word on what the decision would be on this incursion.
Tutandaan natin, Danao City trying to get to the quarterfinals. Akala ng lahat, they were dead in the water, but suddenly, nanalo sila against the San Juan Knights. Samantala itong ICC Bluehawks searching for their first win.
And again, this is a must-win for Danao because after this match, they get a one-day rest. And then immediately they go into a two-game run with Nueva Ecija and Bacolod Bowlers. Those two, a win on both games and a win on this one should give them at least a chance to vie for that final seat of the advancing 8 teams.
Danao City, 5 straight losses before winning against the San Juan Knights finally in their last matchup kahapon.
And what a night for Cabahug.
So Ryan Villena later on will announce the verdict here.
I was going to say their team captain, Patrick Cabahug, playing huge tonight with 28 points as we are trying to await the announcement from our venue announcer, Ryan Villena. Patrick Cabahug shooting 43% from the field, 75% from 2, 36% from 3. Perfect from the field, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. That's going to be huge for Patrick Cabahug in this game.
Referee Jojo Belnas, binigay na ang hatol dito sa ating court announcer Ryan Villena. Abangan na lang natin kanyang announcement. Man, sayang talaga ang ganda na ng laro. Just marred by this commotion here. Only 1.6 seconds left.
But if you're a field basket fan, the good news is the second straight day, as we see there, Commissioner Jai Reyes trying to see the developments here. As I think we're gonna hear from venue announcer Ryan Villena.
Foul on number 24, Jake Gaspay. That's his 4th personal foul. Penalty. Unsportsmanlike foul on number 19, Errol Soriano. That's his 3rd. Fighting on number 21 of Danao City, Reeve Ugsang, out of the playing court. Entering the court on the following ICC players: number 34, Joshua Monares; Number 22, Darwin Rosal. Number 18, Serafin Duarte. And number 15, Gerard Cabreros. All are out of the playing court.
So Revogsang ejected after that unsportsmanlike foul. And ang masakit dyan, Coach Mike, naghahabol nga sila dito sa standings. Automatic suspension yan in their next game.
Wow.
But samantala, let's just break it down. Unsportsmanlike foul din, tinawag dito kay Errol Soriano. And those guys that left the ICC bench, Joshua Monares, DJ Rosal, Andy Duarte, and Gerard Cabreros, will all be ejected.
They'll be out of the playing court. So that foul by Jake Gaspay, really just a regular foul, which gave him his 4th personal and landed ICC on the penalty. And unsportsmanlike foul on Soriano, that's his 3rd. Then that fighting stance by Reeves Ogsang, which sent him out of the playing court, and 4 other ICC players who went inside the court, namely Monares, Rosal, Duarte, and Cabreros, all out of the court for ICC.
So si Patrick Cabahug ang bubukol ng mga technical free throws dito. So I just got word na baka hindi naman masuspend si Revogsang. Let's see. Kasi very crucial sa for the cause itong Danao City. But Patrick Cabahug essentially icing this game for Danao City. It's now a 2-possession game with those technical free throws. Actually, anticlimactic, Coach Mike, eh, no?
Well, Patrick Cabahug, this is like just a replay of yesterday.
5 technical free throws dahil nga natapon yung 5 manlalaro ng ICC Bluehawks who left the bench after that commotion.
Wow, that's 6 out of 6 free throws converted by Patrick Cabahug. And just costly right there for ICC.
34 points. Now his career high. Nakashoot pa ng half-court heave si Alfred Flores. Let's see what that will count. But it doesn't matter because the Danao City MJAS Zenith winning over the ICC Bluehawks, but that shot does not count. 9-point game, 89-80, Coach Mike.
Yep, and really just, it's not how it's supposed to end. It was more exciting and interesting as it went. I don't think that shot's gonna count. That leather was still in the hands of Flores. Well, again, it's not how it was supposed to end. Much better game than it was in the final minute, 1 second and something that was remaining. Really a close battle between these two teams, except for those straight free throws converted by Patrick Cabahug because of all these incursions that happened.
Danao City MJAS Zenith, their quarter-final hopes certainly alive here. 2 straight wins after dropping 5 straight. Panalo sila dito kontra sa ICC Bluehawks, 89-80. And what a game. Andre Armenion, 14 points, 7 rebounds, tied the Phil Basket record, 14 assists. Pero ang napili namin best player of the game, kasama ngayon si Kathy Abayon.
Thank you, Ken. Kasama natin ngayon si Patrick Cabahug with his career high 34 points. Patrick, ang dami nangyari sa
yun nga sabi ni Coach sa amin na kailangan talaga yung panalo namin para makapasok kami sa quarterfinal.
And dadalhin ba natin to sa mga last 2 games natin sa elimination?
Kailangan kung ICC, biglang lumamang sa amin sa mga fourth quarter.
Well, it's good na nairaos natin na ngayon yung game na to. Mayroon tayong babatiin?
Meron. Samson Lato, Madam Arlene Lato, yung anak niya si Althea, si Boss Mike, Puma Philippines, wife ko pala, anak ko, Courtney, Greasy, Grant, Kyler, Rosnam Clan, and yun lang.
Thank you, Patrick. Big win. Congratulations. Back to you, Ken and Coach Mike.
Thank you, Kathy. What a peculiar way to end the game, Coach Mike. 89-80. Yung 8 straight points, courtesy of those free throws dahil nga marred by that commotion between Andre Armenion, Rivog Sang, Jake Gaspay, and Errol Soriano.
Well, you really want to start off with how things have shifted in the third quarter, similar to what happened in that San Juan game for Danao. They were trailing. They were doing an average job of playing against ICC, but ICC shifted to man, and things really just started to explode para dito sa Danao. The shots went in from 3. They shot better, started out with 2 out of 17, ending the game with 12 out of 39 for 30% clip. And better assists, 24 assists altogether para dito sa Danao. And of course, Armenion once again leading that assist with 14 for this match, tying his previous record of 14 from yesterday.
They go up to 3 and 6, but up next, the AMA Online Education will square off against the Pasig Santa Lucia Realtors. Thank you everyone who watch us here live on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Kumu, and our delayed telecast on Solar Sports. Sa ngalan po ni Cathy Abayon and Coach Mike Perez, ako po si Ken Pangilinan. We have our second game here, only here, sa 2022 PhilBasket Summer Championship.